Hello, mathematicians, and welcome to the start of our design process. Yay! It's going to be so much fun. So, to recap, for this project, you are a pyrotechnician, which means that you launch fireworks and you want to put on a fireworks spectacular. And you have to submit your design and your format of how you're going to set up. So, to start off, well, we need to find a place that has enough room. So as you can see right here, I have pulled up Google Maps and I have selected Porterville, okay? Do not copy me. So if you read through the safety, you know that somewhere that is good, somewhere that has solid ground and is grassy. And I thought, what is a nice grassy place? What is better than a park? So I came to Porterville, and as you can see, all of these green areas are all grass. So I saw this big chunk right here and I decided to zoom in and whoa, it's a golf course. I know that golf courses are really nice. So I'm going to select this place, okay? So now that I've selected this place, I have to make sure I even have enough space. So if you remember back to day one, I made you look up how much space you're going to need, okay? And a number that you really have to take into consideration is how far your spectators need to be. So going back to this link right here, we are working with aerial fireworks and it says that it has to be 150 feet. So that means that your space needs to be a little bigger than 150 feet. Some of you guys double this number, some of you guys triple this number. It's up to you, but for now, I'll double this number, okay? So what I need to make sure now is that this space is big enough that I can measure 300 feet at least across because I'm going to make a circle, okay? So you're probably like, how am I going to do that? Well, luckily Google Maps is really advanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this point right here and I'm going to guess that this is where I'm going to have my fireworks launching off, okay? So I'm going to right click it and right here it says measure distance. I have a circle. So this circle is going to represent where my fireworks are going to launch off, okay? So remember that I need a lot of space for people to sit and I need to keep a safe distance. So hopefully if I click this button right here, it'll give me at least 300 feet because that's the number we're hoping for. And oh, that gives me right here 575 feet. So this is more than enough space. So I've decided I'm going to use the space right here, okay? And I'm going to click that to remove it. Well, unfortunately, you cannot draw on Google Maps. So this is where I'm going to show you. So remember, I only need about this much space, okay? I don't need the whole golf course. Oh, let me right click it. I don't need the whole golf course. So using this little chunk right here is perfectly fine. So you can do this two ways, okay? The first one is you can use blank paper and make your own grid, or you can be like me and use some graph paper. And what you're going to do is you're going to place your graph paper on the screen. And I recommend having it to the highest setting of brightness, okay? And I'm also going to tape my sheet so it doesn't move. You're going to make sure it's on the highest setting. It's not very clear on the video, but I can perfectly see right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace a very decent outline of where I'm going to be working with, okay? So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you're done with tracing. So I have traced out my outline. I did use a ruler and I used a marker to make it nice and dark. And I decided to get a little fancy here and I added the street names. I made a little mistake right here, connected this line when I shouldn't have. But most importantly, I put the location, Portable Golf Course, and I put my name so I can get credit, okay? So the next thing we have to do is we took a large place, which is the Porterville Park, the Porterville Golf Course, and I shrunk it down to this picture right here. So when the design team comes here, they're going to be like, well, how far is this distance? So of course we have to include a scale here, which is something you just learned. So if you're wondering how we get to scale, Down here on Google Maps, so it's very important you did not zoom in and out. You kept it the same image in which you traced. Down here, right in the corner, you see this little bar and you see a number, okay? So let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Talking about this right here. Now, if you click on it, it switches between different units of measure. So this is 20 meters and this is 100 feet. You get to decide which unit you're using. For this video, I'm going to use feet, okay? I have to include this scale in my drawing because we have to be precise. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to place my piece of paper here, and I'm hoping that this square is going to fit nicely in between some of these squares, okay? So I see that about 3 of these squares, 1, 2, 3, fit perfectly in between this line right here, if you see that. So I'm going to include that in my image right here, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, and we're almost done. So again, to recap, I compared to the Google scale right here, and I put it right here on my piece of paper, and we found that I can fit about 3 of these boxes onto this line. So that means that 3 of these boxes is going to be equal to 100 feet. That is my scale. So if I have 6 boxes, that is going to be about 200 feet. Because 3 to 6 is double, so I have to double 100, and I get 200. Remember, this is really important when it comes to designing. So make sure you have your scale written down somewhere big and clear that I can find it, so that when you're submitting it, I can easily check it. And this is all for today. I'll see you for tomorrow. Goodbye.